Hi everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 26. Remove duplicates from the sorted array. So you could have already guessed that there will be a sorted array and we have to just remove the duplicates from it, right? So let me read the question once so that we understand the entire question correctly. Right. So just give me a second here. So here we have been given and sorted integer array nums. You can clearly see here this part I'm speaking. Where is the example one? Yeah, we have been given sorted array. So this array is sorted, you can clearly see 1 1 2, right? So we have been given sorted integer array nums. We have to remove the duplicates in place. So what the question states, again I'm telling, we have been given an integer array nums. This is fine. We have to remove the duplicates in place. So again they have mentioned clearly we have to remove the duplicates in place, means we shouldn't be using the extra result array here. So we have to remove the duplicates in place such that each element appears exactly once. So here, after removing the element, we have to make sure that each element appears only once in the array. So all the duplicates we have to remove within the array. And what is the condition? Mainly, we have to remove the duplicates in place. We shouldn't be using the extra array. So that is the main condition here. That's the main thing. So we must do this using the constant extra memory big of 1. Means the space complexity would be quite obviously it should be big of 1. That's what they have given here. We must do this using the constant extra memory. So we have to return the count k of unique elements and we have to modify nums of 0 to k minus 1 to hold those elements, right? So we have to return the count k of unique elements and we have to modify nums of 0 to k minus 1 to hold those elements. Hold those elements, and we have to ignore elements beyond the kth index. So beyond the kth index, we have to ignore the elements, right? So this is fine. The main part here is we have been given a sorted integer array. We have to remove the duplicates in place such that each element appears only once, and we have to do this using the constant extra memory big of 1, right? So this is the main part. I hope the question part is completely clear, easy to understand, right? So see here, we have been given 1 1 2, and if we have to remove the duplicates, right? So if we remove this one, basically we have 1 2 and one more space is there, as we have to remove only or modify only one place. Modify in place, sorry, not one place, modify in place this memory, this one, this space, whatever they have given underscore here, right? So they have given underscore here. This will be empty. Basically the memory remains same. We are not entirely removing the memory and the element, we are just removing the element from that space. That's it, right? So this space will be present. Same goes with the example 2 as well. 00 111 22 334. So here we'll be removing the this one, what do you call, the duplicate elements, but the space remains same. Here after removing the duplicate elements, it will be 0 1 2 3 and 4 are the elements present, and the other space 5, the space for 5 elements will remain as it is, right? So that's what they have represented using the underscore, basically, right? I hope this part is completely clear. You can just read the explanation. That's what they have given in the English, right? So you can just read the explanation. Same thing what I've said, they have given in the explanation as well. So I hope the question part is completely clear, easy to understand, right? So let's do one thing. Let's discuss the approach followed by the this one complexities, and then let's write the code. Initially, so let's consider this example, first example, this one 112. So I have considered the same first example here. So first thing that I want to tell you here is we will be going with a two pointer approach, as we want to make use of the extra memory only. This one big of 1 will be going with the 2 pointers, right? So they have strictly mentioned in the question. So we have to what we have to do this using the constant extra memory big of 1. I have read this one. So we'll be making use of the two pointers or the two pointer approach, right? So I hope this part is completely clear. So initially, as we are going with the two pointer approach, so initially hopping into the example part, let me tell you certain things, right? So we will initialize two pointers, I equals 0 and this one j equals 1. So here this part I'm speaking of. Why we'll be doing this one? Because I equals 0 we are initializing, this one is slow, and next one is fast pointer. We can consider this one I equals 0 as slow pointer and this one as fast pointer. I equals 0 for placing the unique values, and j equals 1, this part, because we have to scan the entire array. we have to scan the entire, first we will consider the unique element and we have to scan the entire array 1 2. So 1 is the this one, what do you call here in this case, 1 is the duplicate element of 1 itself. First element we already have the unique element 1 and this is the duplicate element. Again next we will scan for the 2. 2 is not the duplicate, right? So 2 is not the duplicate of 1. 2 is unique or 2 is distinct from 1. So we'll be considering 2, 1 and 2 finally for this particular example. You have got the idea already, right? So here I equals 0, j equals 1. Nums of 0 equals nums of 1. Means this is nums of 0, this is nums of 1, this is nums of 2. So nums of 0 equals nums of 1 here. Means 1, 1. 1 is duplicated here, right? We have the duplicate for 1 basically. Nums of 0 equals nums of 1. So what we will do, we will skip here. We will skip this part. So next, what we will do, j will be 2. So 1 equals 1. So what we will do, we will skip this one, right? So next part, what we will do, we will consider 2. So 1 with 2. This is the unique element. First element I is nothing but the unique element. J is nothing but we are scanning the entire array. So I will be same. I remain same, and J we have to move to the next element. We have already scanned this one, nums of 1. We will go to the nums of 2 here. It will be 2. So we are comparing 1 with 2. So 1 is not equal to 2 here. So 1 is not equal to 2. These are distinct. So we'll not skip. Instead, we'll push this one to the array. So here now we have 1, 2, and one more element. We had this element. So this one will be represented by basically underscore. So this one will be basically represented by the underscore. So this element we are not pushing this one to the array again, right? So the output will be quite obviously 1 2 and the underscore for the element which was basically duplicate here, right? Duplicate of 1, this will not be taken in the newer array, so this will be represented in the underscore. So this is empty basically, right? So now the output that we got here is this one, which is equivalent to the output that they have mentioned for this one, what do you call example 1. So we have two elements right here. So I, this one is I, and we have one more. This one is I plus 1, 2, element 2. We have two elements, right? I and I plus 1 we are considering. 1 and 1. This one will be 1 plus 1 will be 2. So 2 is the output that we got here, along with this one nums array. So nums array we have already discussed, and 2 is the output that we got here, which is equivalent to the output that they have given for the example 1. So our approach, two pointer approach works absolutely correct in this case, right? Our approach two pointers works absolutely correct in this case. So let's do one thing. Let's quickly discuss the complexities and let's write the code. So complexities, time complexity would be big of n here. Why? Because each element will be visited exactly once by the pointer j. So once we consider this unique element, so we will be going with next element, scanning for the next element, whether it may be 1, whether it may be 2, entire array we will scan, right? So each element is visited exactly once by the pointer j. So quite obviously time complexity would be big of n. We would visit all the this one elements. So the time complexity would be big of n. And as they had mentioned, we have to go with the extra space only big of n, big of 1. The space complexity here, as we are making use of the two pointers, it will be big of 1. Means no extra space is being used here, right? Modification is done in place by making use of the pointers, right? Modifications are done making use of the pointers in place, right? Modifications done in place here, and no extra space is being used. So the space complexity would be big of 1 in this case. The time complexity would be big of n, and the space complexity would be big of 1 for the code that will be writing. Again, I'll just tell the same thing. The time complexity would be big of n, and the space complexity would be big of 1 for the code that will be writing, right? So I hope the complexities part are completely clear. As we are completely familiar with the approach and complexities, we are good to write the code. Let's start writing the code. So here, let's do one thing. Let's make use of the first pointer. So here, let me go with int I equals 0. Let me initialize I equals 0. I is nothing but the unique element, right? So this pointer I basically tracks the position to place the next unique element, right? So this is the unique element. So here, let's make use of the second pointer. So here we'll be making use of the pointer j. You would have already guessed this one because we have to scan through the entire array, right? So here this will be, I'll be making use of the for loop int j equals 1, j, all the elements we have to scan for, right? So this will be the length of the nums. So nums is the parameter they have given, right? Yeah, length of the nums. And finally, Let me increment the j. We have to move to the next element, right? So this is fine. So if a new unique value is found, then we have to move the I pointer to the next position, right? So let's write the simple if condition. If a new unique value is found, means if nums of j is not equal to nums of I, so it should the value should not be same, right? So the value has to be distinct, means if the new unique value is found, then we have to move the I pointer to the next position. Here this is nothing but I plus plus, means we are increment the I pointer, means we are moving the I to next position here. So this is fine. So the next step is we have to place the unique value at the iterated value of the nums. When I say this, this has to be iterated value of the nums equals nums of j. This is fine. We are just assigning the nums of I to nums of j, nothing but we are placing the unique values at nums of I, right? Nums of I, we are placing the unique value set nums of I because we are uh, as the question says, um I forgot what's that. uh, yeah, we have to remove the duplicates in place, right? We shouldn't be using the extra result array, anything. We shouldn't be using the extra array or the extra resulting array. So that is the reason, uh, what do you call, we are placing the unique value at the num side, means we are modifying in place basically, right? So we are removing the duplicates in place basically, or modifying. So this is fine. We are placing the unique value set iterated value of the nums, and the final step what we have to do here, we have to return the count of unique elements, means first element will be I. So uh, we have to go on counting for the unique elements, right? So we have to return the count of unique elements. In this case, it will be a return of I plus 1. So this will be I plus 1. So I hope this is completely clear. Easy to understand, right? And easy code. So let me run this code. I hope this works. Let's see. So yeah, you can clearly see here the sample test cases are getting passed. So let me hit the submit button. I hope this works for all the test cases. Let's see. So yeah, you can clearly see here all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case. The code works absolutely correct in this case, right? So let me do one thing. Mm, yeah. Uh, let's ignore that. This is fine. So I hope the solution part is completely clear along with the complexities and the approach. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.